Okay, so we have this problem where we want to find the missing numerator or the top. All we're really wanting and all the system wants you to do is figure out what should go on the top of this. But in order to do that, the first thing I need us to do is come down here to the bottom of the fraction that's missing the numerator and talk about what's been multiplied onto this denominator from this original one. So for instance, you had a 9 and now you have a 72, so you multiplied by 8. You had the x minus 3, which you have over here as well, but now you have also x plus 3. So you've got those two things that you've multiplied onto this fraction to create this new denominator. So then what we need to do is we need to take that exact same thing and we need to multiply that times the top of our fraction. So in this instance, that top of our fraction is 8, so we're going to come down here and multiply this by 8. And when we do that, 8 times 8 is 64 times x plus 3, and that is going to be the top or the numerator of our new fraction. So that's all we're having to do here is we're being given a fraction and we're being given the denominator of an equivalent fraction. So we just need to figure out what are we multiplying by to get this new fraction. And then we need to multiply that exact same thing in the top. You can leave it like this with the 64 times x plus 3, or you can distribute that out if you want to. Either way is correct, so it doesn't really matter. So if I want to do a second example just to make sure we're on the same page here, let's say that I had 5 over 3 times x plus 2, and now I want to know what would go on the top if I had 12 times x plus 2 times x minus 5. Okay, working the same way, we want to look at our denominators and ask ourselves what new stuff did we add on to or multiply through with this new denominator. So we had a 12, or we have a 12, but we only had 3 before, so we had to multiply by 4, so we got our 3 times our 4, which gave us our 12. X plus 2 was in both of them, so we're not going to talk about that, but we've also multiplied by this x minus 5, so we need to do that as well. So now again, we're going to do exactly what we did before. We're going to take whatever's in our numerator, which in this case is a 5, and we're going to multiply it times that. That will give us the top of our new fraction, which would be 20 times x minus 5, and this would be the numerator of our equivalent fraction. Let me know if you'd like any more examples, or if something doesn't make sense. I'm more than willing to create you guys another video.